Hello, my name is Zhatelier, and welcome back for another episode of Shadow Empire. In previous episodes, the enemy brought in so many troops in here that I don't know if we're going to hold against them, but I'm hoping that we can. We've gotten, well, I suppose, could I get... I don't think we have the resource to get a heavy tank formation. Let's just double check. Heavy tank? No, we don't have the points for that. Next round maybe, although we don't have the fuel for that, that's the biggest problem. I mean, we do know how hungry they are for fuel, admittedly. Actually, I suppose... How much are we spending fuel on the power plant in here? We're at 25% production. And still spending 125 fuel in there. But we do also get over 100 energy out of it, so we don't actually have the capability to abandon this completely, not yet. But somewhere in the not too distant future, we could probably get another solar field over here into somebody, for example. Let's actually go ahead and start working on that, because we've got a decent bit of rare metals already. And we can spread the energy a little bit. It doesn't hurt, let's just say. Well, let's get to the next round. We'll probably lose a lot more ground in the north. I suspect that's just... They got like, well, they got 250 guns in there at least that will be firing on us. We've got some of our own guns, so we might deal some counter-barrage fire. Oh, boy, that is a bit of rough bombing there. We need to get some anti-aircraft guns down south, I reckon. Oh, and... Where did that happen? Okay, I'm going to have a look at the combat in there, because it didn't move our visual to where that bombing was happening. Or the airstrike was happening, so... We'll see that in a little bit, I guess. But before that, there's probably going to be all the attacks in here. There's the artillery fire. We did deal a bit of damage back. So we killed 10 guns, well, there's 400 infantry, 30 motorized, 30 tanks. Pretty rough. But we got the all-rounder 3 now completed. Let's have a look at the battles then. So we had some battles in here where we lost some irregular trucks, some militia buggies. We did lose 20 all-rounder 2s though, that is very rough. Then there was the artillery strike over here where we destroyed 10 of their artillery on our counter-battery fire. We lost 10 or 100 machine gunners. Then over here there was the battle against the Dreamers, and that's about it. Okay, so the south is going to require a bit of anti-aircraft guns. We could also, well, we don't have the fuel quite yet. But we might want to start saving up for that. Smidge wants to execute relative. I'll allow that to get the enforcement. I don't know if we still have the mission, quite frankly. The military comparative black, yeah, we'll get that. I'm not going to spend the money for it right now. Security Corporation from the CEO, okay. Verna Corporation, we are going to allow that. Actually, the Economic Council task, what we could probably do. So I'm going to start reducing the economic policies priority a little bit further. We've got probably quite a bit of the policy cards already. So we're going to speed up the research. That's probably smarter use of our points. And prospecting we're going to also reduce down to like 10% right now, because we haven't really gained a lot of land in the recent times. Player size... yeah, we can probably confirm that. Then we need to start designing a new model. I suppose we might want to redo the heavy tank. We'll build on the metalhead. So we had the 105mm high velocity gun. That's been perfectly fine. So we'll hold on to that one. I think with the text that we've done, it still should be a bit more effective. We'll go for that one. Then we've got the 150mm steel plating. If we go for the 100... millimeter polymer plating, that's a little bit more hit points. It's going to be reducing the weight a lot. It's going to be a bit more, well, it's a lot more rare metals to build it, but I think we can do that. And then we can probably hold on to the triple diesel engine to make them go for... Oh, actually, if we go the double diesel engine, would that be sufficient? It would reduce the fuel use a lot. But at the same time, the engine power is going to be so much reduced that I don't know if it's going to be... No, we're going to go with the triple diesel engine still. Hopefully that'll be good enough. Minor worker strike in Kazoo Raptor. I think we are going to give in to some of the demands again. It's costing us a lot of money doing that, admittedly, but... and we need 300 points to get 800 credits. I guess that's good enough. I mean, it's pretty decent ratio for the trade there. Zealand Company offers to help us. I'm going to decline the kind offer to not reduce the relations between us. So we did have a look at the battles already, didn't we? Yes, we did. Right, how much would it cost us to get a new AA gun? crew formed up in here. Actually, do we have... So independent... I know that we got the flak guns on the garrison unit, but I believe we had another unit with the flak guns, didn't we? Oh yeah. We got the motorized artillery and flak gun battery there. That could be useful. It's a bit expensive though. We can't actually get that fully. Necessarily, at least. So I think what we might do is just go for the garrison brigade then. We'll raise that formation. We need a lot more ammo, by the way. I don't suppose I can do the strategic movement yet. Oh, I can. Let's move it in there then. Bring this one a little closer so it's back into supplies. And over here, there's a lot of enemies there. I could probably use the metalheads to break that attack there, or potential attack.
Open fire! Open fire! Run! Run!
It's definitely a massacre. How many? We killed 12 units, and I'm pretty sure that all of those are tanks, yes. So there's 120 tanks that we just destroyed with 0 casualties on our side. But that should sort of calm them down a little bit on this front. Over here, on the other hand, we're not necessarily quite as lucky, but what I can do is I can do another range attack over there with our rocket artillery. No kills, unfortunately. What about the tactical bombers? Can we do another air attack? No, unfortunately, it's just too far. We do have our other artillery group here, though, which could potentially do an airstrike there. It's probably going to be quite a bit of counter battery fire, though. Well, it's 90. We've got better defense than they do, though. Okay, we lost some guns. We didn't kill anything. It's a bit of a shame. But at least we're pushing them back a little bit. Let's go ahead and get some more ammo. I suspect that we're going to need quite a bit of it. Starting to get into the rather bloody phase of this war, I'm afraid. Also, let's go ahead and do another artillery strike in here. Oh, there we go. We did get a kill. It's only one of the infantry, though, so it's not necessarily the best. Let's go ahead and try, finally, to get a bit of an attack over here. Maybe we can finally break through. I'm going to send in the recon vehicles as well.
Open fire! Open fire!
Okay, we lost the recon unit. We did also destroy one of their units.
Run! Run!
Okay, so we did kind of push one of the cavalry out, but they didn't, since we didn't win the battle, they didn't actually get pushed out. Let's have a look at our replacement troops. How much do we need? We need a bit of infantry. Get one of these. We need some armor. We can get some all-rounder 3s, I suppose. It's going to be a little bit expensive, though, so maybe we'll just go with the all-rounder 2s right now. Oh, we can only get one. Oh, right, these are quite expensive. Hold on a minute. Are the all-rounder 2s, or 3s rather, well, it's about the same cost on the production. A lot less metals. I suppose I'm going to get one of these. If that goes to the northern front, then that should have so much hit points that I don't think they'll be destroying that anytime soon. Then we need some buggies. Get one of these. We're pretty much out of production right now. How much did we do work on the solar panel field over here? It's almost done, actually. That's not going to take too much. The demetallization is going to take a little bit more. I suppose we'll mostly be using up the points there locally, I presume. Because we do have a little bit of production in here in terms of industry. It's 30 points, okay, it's not really all that much, but it's better than nothing. And I presume we need to send in a bit more workers over here to Unsung, just to keep the food production going so that we don't need to ship all the food in, hopefully. But the private labs are having a massive demand for workers in there, and I suppose there's also the light industry level 2 that is quite demanding. So we already used the artillery in here. We've got... Oh, right, yeah, we've got our bikers in here. I suppose we could send them into there for the time being. We've got our blitzers, which I'm going to send to the southern flank again. We've got the AA guns there. We're going to send maybe the infantry in here. And the all-rounders. I do wonder if I should move these. I mean, that could still be a problem if they try to attack across. Our metalheads did deal a decent bit of damage there. And I suppose our blitzer should be able to... Oh, yeah, we got one of the blitzer 3s already. Which, it's got the 60mm high velocity gun, and the Blitter 2s had the 40mm. Plus the extra hit points in here, so I think this is going to be quite valuable in the battles here for the time being anyway. Now the question is, of course, can we start pushing these enemies back here? I mean, what do they have? A lot of infantry. Which doesn't really have, well, yeah, it doesn't really have that much heart attack in there. They got some trucks. They do have some tanks. And since we don't have full set of... Well, actually, no, we do have a full set of tanks here. Oh, right, it was the tanks in the south that we lost, didn't we? Oh, there's a lot of motorcycles there. Alright, let's get them a bit of a hell. With our tanks... Oh, there we go. That's a good hit. Unfortunately, it was only one unit that we destroyed. And then there's the armored cars there, I suppose. No, we just got the machine guns in here. Move these closer with the AT guns. Those can't move this around. I suppose, can we... No, I don't think you can... Well, technically speaking, we could probably do a ranged attack with these. I'm going to do a ranged attack on the recon. Didn't go all that well. I mean, how much do they even have? Well, they got a decent bit of hit points, actually. Slightly surprised by that. But now we will have the AA guns in here, at least to support it in the future rounds. Not really quite this round yet, but future, definitely. Right, so we also had the enemy advancing through the north. I'm going to pull back the troops a bit further, just to get a nice narrow front here that we can easily defend. I'll keep this one in the rear, but this one could maybe get on the open ground here. So we'll have fairly strong defenses in there. We're going to see a little bit of the resource in here, but we weren't really utilizing those resources right now anyway. So it's not really that big of a problem. We've got a pretty good amount of money. How much do we still have rounds left of the contract? 2 rounds. How much would it cost us to extend it? It's 82 credits per round. I'm going to put in another 10 rounds. So we don't need to worry about the contract running out anytime soon. But then I guess it's next round's turn, I guess. Oh, there was another airstrike. Did take a lot of losses, and they tried to attack, but did at least hold the ground there, but we lost a lot of infantry. Plus we're getting some of the reinforcements in there, so that's going to be... Oh, right, we're getting one of the all-rounder 3s there, hopefully. Unless there's some other losses that we take before that. Oh, there's another attack. Oh, but there we go. We destroyed 30 of their tanks. So they won't be pushing out through there anytime soon. At least for now. Oh, there's a bit of an artillery strike, but we didn't take any losses. We got 100 infantry, 10 guns, 30 tanks. We lost 500 infantry, 10 guns, 20 motorized, and 10 tanks. So the south is having a problem. Everything else seems to be mostly back in order. So let's take a quick look at the stuff here. So, oh yeah, these are in deep trouble. At least we've got the air guns in here now with some readiness. So next time they fly around to bomb us, we should be ready. We've got, oh right, foreign distance. Yeah, no, that council can stay as is. Have a look at the replacement troops. We need more infantry. We need more armor. I think we can probably get another all-rounder 3. Assuming that we didn't lose that one in the battle. We'll have a look at the losses in a few moments. I suspect that they should have quite a bit of strength in there, so I doubt it's the problem with those. Oh yeah, we got all-rounder 3 in here, and we lost one of the all-rounder 2s, which is not great. I guess I could move in my flak guns directly in here, so if they do get attacked, then we will have at least some defenses. They got the airfield down south, which is definitely an issue. But potentially we could try to cut off their supplies from here. With a bit of clever movement of troops. We've still got 600 industrial points. There's a lot of tanks here. I can't attack that one. Those wolves aren't really going to be a problem much longer, I reckon. We can't move the all-rounders there. But what I can do... I'm going to actually attack the smaller stack over here. Just to make sure that they don't strike through the light tanks. I don't think they will get through that. Especially with the river crossing penalty and all that. But there we go. We destroy another 50 tanks without losses. Then in the north... Oh, they've started retreating a lot of their troops. Aha. Let's do another airstrike here. Or not airstrike, a rocket artillery strike. Admittedly, it would be better to use regular artillery first. Then dislodge them and then use the rocket artillery. But regardless, I think... I've still got 90 artillery pieces here. Okay, no kills. They got a lot of hits on us, unfortunately. And I'm pretty sure that our... Oh, we could actually do an airstrike there. Alright then. Hello! We got quite a few hits, but we didn't actually destroy them, unfortunately. But do we have our tanks ready to attack? Possibly. You know what? Might as well give it a try.
Fire! Open fire!
The infantry will be a bit of an issue there, I suppose. So is the artillery. Oh, yeah, we lost 10 tanks there. These were the all-rounder ones, though, so it's not the worst. But yeah, that didn't go all that well. Let's have a look at the replacement troops. I guess we need to get in another all-rounder. We could probably get another all-rounder 3 in here. We've got all those set up. We might need a bit more industrial production. The question is, of course, which city doesn't have any? Well, I suppose Kazoo doesn't have any. Ansung doesn't... Well, yeah, Ansung doesn't really have any. Spokane does have the level 1 industry. I'm pretty sure about that. Yeah, it does. It does produce quite a bit in there as well. Why doesn't this one produce as much? Administration strain penalty. Oh, is that because it's just got so many things so far? Yeah, that is probably it, actually. So in other words, we need to start splitting off some things. Well, first of all, I guess what we could do is I'm going to start constructing a supply base over here. And I'll start building a truck depot in here. Or truck station. I could also build another agricultural facility there. It's fairly cheap and quick to build. So once we have that built, that is going to allow us to get a city here fairly easy. And it will at least start with a decent bit of workers there as well, hopefully. And then that can take over a lot of the territory here. Including maybe up to the mine there, so we can cut off maybe up to that river. And then the rest of this is the new city here. Then we've got the... I suppose we've got the fuel in here. Is this suffering from the production penalty as well? The oil drill? Yeah, it is. There's also a little bit from the difficulty of mining there. I'm going to move in... Rather, actually, I'm going to move these back a little bit. Just to be on the safe side. There is a bit of enemy troops here. It's... Oh, it's just the... Okay, hold on a minute. Let's do a quick little range attack here, shall we? Don't know if it will actually damage anyone, I'll be honest.
Affirmative.
Not really. I think we may need to get a lot more ammunition, though. Like, we're running through a lot of ammo, but that's largely thanks to the rocket artillery, admittedly. We'll be using that a lot, and it chews through a lot of it. Alright, so the motorized stuff is just the trucks there, as far as we can tell. There's a lot of infantry, and then there's the artillery units. Those our troops aren't really fit for attacking there. We do have our AA guns, not AA, AT guns in here, that we could maybe... I'll keep it as a reserve in here, just in case, so they won't be able to split through the road if need be. We could maybe even send this one back to the city, to be fair, to keep some defenders there. And we got the double AA gun in here, so if they try to strike either one of these with the airstrikes, then they will regret that. Well, the metalheads can't attack that one. They could move there, but that's probably a bit of a mistake. We'll just hold on our ground there. I'm just going to quickly check the dashboard. So we did lose a bit of money, not too much, but a little bit. Stabilization is already about a third of the way done. Grenadier infantry army at 42%, heavy combat armor 81%, and the metalhead upgrade is 55%. Conventional gun optimization is already 25%. We might want to switch that to some other research soon. Not gonna do it quite yet, but soon. And then I think we're gonna have a look at the formation types. So why is the Grenadiers? Because I know that we discovered that. Grenadier infantry army. So at brigade level, it would be infantry, machine guns, and RPGs. I mean, fair enough, fair enough. Especially if we could get some like motorized or even mechanized grenadiers, that might be fairly decent infantry unit. How's Kazoo Raptor's worker situation? Still needs a lot more. Okay, well in that case, let's go ahead and colonize, send some workers there. Hopefully that will fix some of the issues that we have. Not really too big of issues, but you know, we can still make it better. Over here, we definitely need a bit more reinforcements. I mean, we are going to get something. I suppose another all-rounder 3s, hopefully. We do have a little bit of action points, so we could probably try to attack the recon units again. Because the town can't get any entrenchment anyway. Yeah, we got hit there, but we didn't actually destroy it. We do have AT guns in here. How much do these... It's okay, it's quite a bit of hit points, actually. Ooh. I can cut off their supplies. Not initially permanently, but I think that is actually potentially going to start pushing them back. If we could start attacking Salez over here and take over the airfield, that would calm down the area here a lot. And we could turn that into another city in here, probably have the border right about there. So Kathmandu is going to be reaching up to probably the mercenary camp over here, but not much beyond that. And then we're going to have a city that is mostly just this snow plains, I guess. Not necessarily the best location, admittedly. A lot of water can be gained from there, I guess. But beyond that, not too much. So, we did already do the attacks there, did we not? Yeah, we did. Well, let's get to the next round then. I'm a little bit dreading what's going to happen. I mean, the airstrikes are still probably going to be pretty rough, but at least we got the air guns now in the province in the south to support against the planes. And that might do... Okay, well, there was quite a large attack again. We stood firm. More airstrikes. Another... right, it's not looking good for infantry anyway. Oh, there was another artillery strike over here. They didn't kill anything, not this time. We got 100 infantry, 20 tanks, we lost 800 infantry, 30 guns, 10 motorized, 10 tanks. Oh boy. That was a bit rough. Lack of action. Well, still got decent relations with the governor there. Although, it is a governor. I'm going to ignore the actions. Policy speech. Bureaucratic point production to 664. We already got quite a bit, so if we just get like a 1 or 2 bureaucratic offices, we can probably reach that quite easily. And mining assets to level 12, we got 10 already, so that's also a possibility. Or bureaucratic assets to 14, which we got... What do we need the most? I mean, if we were to get a bit of a... Yeah, we'll go for the government.
Yes, sir.
Alienators ask for tech. Mapatusians. Oh, right, it's the one in the northeast that is not fighting us. We could probably give you some tech. Improve relations with you. Plus 20. National Born Killer in 3rd Heavy Machine Gun Infantry Battalion. We're going to increase the enforcement further. I think, let's double check though before we do that. What sort of demands do we have? Civilization, and we need to get the... Okay, so we don't necessarily need to go for the enforcement. We could try to get the autocracy up a little bit.
Aye, aye, sir.
So if we have a look at the battles though, there was... Oh dear. So we lost some flak guns, lost some all-rounder 2s, we lost some irregular trucks, and a lot of infantry. Then there was a battle there where we lost 20 flak guns and some machine guns. We destroyed, I think, 20 of their armored cars and some militia. And did another airstrike, which we did keep at bay. And they had another attack on our infantry, which, you know, we took quite a bit heavy casualties there. Okay, so how is the southern flank? First of all, let's pull back the air guns. And this one's going to require a lot of reinforcements, so that's going to be bad. I think we need to pull back that one as well. The irregulars over here are just not faring all that well. Is that... Okay, that's more armored cars. We got some anti-tank guns at least in here. And they've retaken that one. What do they have here? So there's... Oh, there's a lot of trucks here, and infantry, and some armored cars. But we've got the... Oh, right, we don't have the action points to attack there. I would love to attack here with the all-rounders. We could probably destroy a lot of the trucks now. Or try to destroy that one. I mean, we'd try to hold us back as long as possible, but the air guns are just... We should not hammer them to the front line, I'll admit. There's a lot of stack of troops there. We could probably attack with the blitzers to destroy some of the walls. We've got pretty good chances of beating them. Although they're getting some heads still. Oh, we actually lost some.
Run! Run! Run!
Because we failed on the attack. Oh no, actually, I think we pushed them back. And we've still got... Right, it was probably one blitzer 2 that we lost. Let's double check the battles. So we had the... Yeah, we had these 2 battles. They had the airstrike and another battle. And then that was it, if I'm not mistaken. Oh wait, no, right, there was the artillery strike over there, which they did no damage at. And then there's some movement in the north. Alright then, so we got our troops here guarding the front. Did we manage to get the truck station in here? Not quite yet. Almost though, almost. We do have our... Oh, actually, can we... No, we can't attack there. They've probably got on the... Yeah, they've got on some reinforcement at least on that one. Let's use the metalheads to clear out some of this stack here. It's 400 tanks. There's another 50. Oh, we actually lost one. We do also kill 40. So it's not the worst. We do need to get some metal heads, but we've got the upgraded... Actually, do we have the upgraded design yet? No, it's underway. It's like one round away. Okay, let's have a look at the reinforcements then. So we need more infantry. We lost so much infantry. Light armor, we could get another Blitzer 3. Then armor, we could get another all-rounder 3. We need a lot of machine gunners. And a heavy tank, the metalhead. Oh, and we do need to also have a lot of the flak guns. Yeah, 30 flak guns. Now, one of the things that I could do in the south is just pull back a little bit so that their planes might not have the range. But the problem is that I don't want to necessarily pull back too far. But if they still wreck our troops in here, the next round we'll set up a new defensive line over here somewhere. Near this Santop Corporation. Don't know what that unit is there, but I guess we can get in here. At least threaten them a little bit. Although they can probably attack us from the stuff there, but again, we don't have the information. Although, how good is our trimmer guns in here? We've got a decent heart attack, 170. But of course, I believe these, well, there's some scorpions, but these ones got a lot of hit points. There's non-infantry, but I think the artillery actually counts as, or the AT guns probably count as infantry. Got about 300. You know what, we're gonna give it a try.
Mission successful.
Okay, we didn't kill any, but we did push them back. Not gonna move into the open there. That's gonna be suicide. I could move these back. Although the trimmer guns over here can be quite useful still against the enemy, so I guess we'll hold on. If only we could attack with the all-rounders, but they're not quite in the shape right this moment. What do we... Right, we've got a supply base there. Probably need another truck station or something. Oh, right, we never got the railway all the way through, did we? Yeah, no, it ends at Salt Expanse. Did we at least get the... No, we did not get the railway or railhead in there. Okay, well, first of all, let's go ahead and build a little bit of a rail up to there at least. That's a lot of metal, some industrial points, but we're going to manage that. And then what we're going to do in Molodeep is we are going to start building a railhead. It's fairly cheap.
Aye, aye, sir.
So we can get that done soon, hopefully. Assuming that we got the workers in Kathmandu, which... we got a little bit extra in there. Not much, mind you, but a little bit. Askazoo's worker situation still needs more. I suppose Ansang also needs a lot more. So I'm going to go ahead and send in 300 to both. There we go. So that improves the situation somewhat. And next round we can get the... potentially set up the city in here. We might want to wait like another 2 rounds or so to make sure that the things are working full speed. And there are going to be workers in there that will switch hands from the get-go. Also, there's going to be a metal mine that will switch hands, but that is not going to unfortunately switch the workers directly. I think we're going to leave the northern front as is. I don't want to spend too much ammo right now on trivial things, but I guess one more location that we haven't done attacks this round. Actually, range attack. If we do a range attack there... Oh, we can have both of these take part in the range attack at the same time. Unfortunately, rocket artillery doesn't... Oh, well, we've got another 10 artillery lost. Okay, not ideal. We do have our tanks, though. But we're not able to attack this round. A lot of infantry. You know what? It's mostly infantry. They got the fortress, which improves their max entrenchment, overall defense a decent bit. Action points and overall attack are reduced. Okay, we're going to attack with the infantry. I'm going to take some infantry from here. And a bit more infantry from there. Okay, the odds are actually even worse if we put in that one. Oh, right, what I suppose we should do is just send in one headquarters for the most part. If we send in 2, it reduces the cohesion, I guess. We'll send these 3.
Do it now.
We'll destroy some artillery, but there's quite heavy losses. We've got some more infantry in there at least for the time being. But yeah, I guess let's have a look at how much more replacements do we need after that one. Another 400 infantry. Another 100 machine gunners. Yeah, that failed. But with that, unfortunately, we are out of time for this episode. So if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.